What a day, eh?
Mate, it's been a busy one.
Yeah,
very productive.
We've made some beer.
Yeah, bottled it.
We've ordered some microphones.
Yeah, upgrade.
Yeah,
that's going to be good.
Yeah, you'll be able to hear our idiot voices
slightly better,
crystal clear. You've got a new axe.
I have got a new axe,
which I like that you picked it up from over there when you came to sit down and just put it there next to you,
just in case.
We're
really
going to record a podcast. I better bring my new axe.
Yeah, it's a nice hatchet though. It's good. You know, it's sleek.
Good. You'll wear it on your hip.
Yeah, when I'm
your new
out
look.
chopping. Yeah.
Is that often?
Occasionally.
Depends
what I'm doing.
If it's chopping, then yeah.
Then yes, I'm out chopping, and I'm going to use my new hatchet.
Let's watch some cartoons.
I think we should.
Please put the hatchet down.
Okay. Sorry.
Hello and welcome back to the Space Jam Continuum, the show where we try to make a cohesive cinematic universe out of something that was never meant to be one. I'm Chris McLennan.
I'm Carl Noble.
We've got ourselves a Bavaria alcohol-free beer. Yeah. We're ready to go.
Yeah, we're on it. We're, midday drinking, but not drinking.
Yeah, we were on it yesterday, and so now it's
heavily
time for Bavaria 0.0% alcohol-free.
Alcohol-free. Sounds alcohol.
We had a run-in with Adolf last week.
Yes, yeah, we did.
So, I mean, it's going to be hard to top that, but we have got some new characters coming in straight away.
Yes, we have. It is going to be interesting to see how Daffy fared after that, but I'm hoping we'll find out more of that today.
Yeah, I mean, Hitler is quite the guest star.
He is.
But let's see if he can be outdone by a Flea.
Yeah, I'm sure we've had a Flea in before.
Are you thinking of the ant?
I don't know. I reckon we should watch it, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Or was a Flea in that one with the bee in the?
Yeah, I think he was.
A Flea in that? I remember the bee.
Yeah, because it's possible we're getting confused with a bee.
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's watch it.
We're watching An Itch in Time.
I like what they've done there.
December the 4th, 1943, starring Elmer, Willoughby, and a Flea.
Oh, interesting.
He's out prospecting.
He was, wasn't he? It was quite interesting because he seemed to want meat rather than just blood.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't just have a straw for a face.
He did a little meat ration.
He did. He had a little meat ration. So it's nice to see that he's taking, that part of it quite seriously.
Yeah, he was, the one we watched had a little bit of Cartoon Network sort of trivia before it.
Yeah.
And it said he was a hobo. But I didn't get the impression he was a hobo. I got the impression he was out a frontiersman. He's done prospecting.
The only thing that kind of made him seem remotely like a hobo was the fact he had a bindle. And you don't have to have a bindle to be a hobo, and you don't have to be a hobo to have a bindle.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have words with Cartoon Network. I reckon.
Yeah,
it's
the thing is it did seem that bit of trivia at the start was done by somebody who's just reading a script and not somebody who genuinely knew anything about the Tooniverse.
Because she was alarmed to see Bugs and Porky on the back of a comic book.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
no, of course.
I've been paying attention to this podcast.
Obviously not. That's
Obviously
the thing.
not.
Ah, well. Hopefully she will in a later date and correct herself.
So, a Flea, he looks out with his little telescope.
Yeah.
He sees the
perfectly chiseled behind
Willoughby of the dog that Willoughby is currently inhabiting. The ancient ghost Willoughby
is now inhabiting a dog with some fine buttocks.
Yeah. Do you think that's what drew Willoughby to that vessel?
I don't know. What
do you know? It's
just floating about. And
for whatever current nefarious intention he has, he needs a dog that can lift.
Possibly. Maybe he's just, maybe he's got something to do with Elmer, so he's just trying to find the dog that's close to Elmer at the time.
Yeah, because that's it. This is the first time I think that Willoughby's been inhabiting Elmer's dog.
Yes. Yeah. But this dog, mind you, I was about to say that, this dog can talk, so it's obviously sentient, but it didn't necessarily have to be until Willoughby was in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I did find interesting, though, is that Flea was wearing clothes. It had access to equipment, plant. It's passed its trouser test. It's even been given a ration book. So, Flea prospecting is a job.
Yeah, it's very much recognised as part of society.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if, because I was like, stop scratching. Willoughby. It's like, maybe that's because it's like, maybe in the universe, you can't just wantonly you don't want to be like that dog what killed all them
No,
people.
You don't. Where is he these days, eh?
Yeah, I miss him.
Prison.
I miss him. His sort of mopey ways, his corncob pipe.
I still think he's going to make a comeback. Big murderous comeback.
But yeah, basically A Flea is on Willoughby's behind.
Yeah.
He makes a little sandwich out of a sort of pinch of Willoughby's flesh.
He does really well.
Then he starts marking out where he needs to basically mine for rump.
Yes, yeah, because he brings out a map, doesn't he?
Yeah,
of the different dog cuts.
Yeah,
for fleas. So yeah, I think he is literally just out there trying to collect supplies to take back and sell. And I'm guessing he's got some sort of flea market.
But what's interesting is so currently we've seen previously a divide between sentient and non-sentient animals, and you eat the non-sentient ones, right?
Yes,
that's pretty much the usual deal.
That seems to be their bit.
Well, the ones that aren't part of society, anyway.
Yes.
Because well, no, I guess not, but then Elmer doesn't really know the deal. He's quite new to it.
He is.
Because he still hunts bugs and Daffy. But what I was going to say...
he feels terrible about it whenever he feels like he might have possibly hurt them.
Yeah. What I was going to say is, if fleas are an accepted part of the society...
Yeah.
And he's going out prospecting on dog... it's got to be to some extent acceptable to just eat each other.
Well, no, I mean, I think the issue...
But then I guess you're only taking a tiny bit.
You are only taking a tiny bit. But I think the way this has worked is that Flea's been sent out to go to Elmer's dog.
Yeah.
Now, Elmer's dog wasn't sentient until Willoughby was in it. So, as far as he's concerned, that dog wasn't sentient. He didn't know that it was inhabited by the ancient ghost of Willoughby.
No. So, you do.
Exactly. So
it's really only me and you.
I think it is.
And the listeners at home.
Yeah. But what I think it is I think it's that dog isn't on the records as being sentient.
Yeah.
So, therefore, it's fair game for the fleas to go and harvest.
Right.
So, if you're on the record as being sentient, whether you're in a sub-dom relationship or whatever, there'll be a record of, right, you're sentient, this is your address on the census. So,
because also he didn't talk to Elmer.
No.
He only talked to us.
Yes.
And to himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a good shout.
Yeah, I think that's the way it is. I reckon they're given a list of all the animals that they are allowed to prospect.
Yeah,
it's kind of like being granted the rights to mine in certain areas. You're not allowed to mine in certain areas, and you are in others. Yeah, so it's right, okay, look, here's a list of all the ones you're allowed, and he's went, there's, I'll take whatever his name was before it was Willoughby. I'll take him. He's at this address. I'll go do a bit of harvesting there. Obviously, you're not allowed to do it to death, but you're allowed to do it enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's probably how it works.
Something weird happened, with his. He kept changing pattern, tartan and
Yeah, that was very odd.
Really pin.
But Elmer didn't. Either didn't notice. I mean, he was fairly engrossed in that comic.
Yeah.
Or
he
it was just so normal that. Well, I mean, the camera never showed him actually peeking around while he was changing colour.
Yeah, that's true. But I didn't really get what was going on.
No, because I mean that was way more intense than any chameleon could do. It was close to the closest thing I can think of that can do that sort of thing is octopus.
Yeah.
Or some sort of cuttlefish, like cuttlefish and squid and stuff can like kind of really do some mad vibrant shit with their skin.
Yeah, but why would this dog of all people have that power?
I mean,
and what was he trying to achieve?
Well, because it seemed to be through frustration, didn't it? As not to because he couldn't scratch.
Yeah, and he but it was like full on fabric patterns. Like, you know,
I'm wondering whether or not it's a kind of a thing that happens because Willoughby's inside.
What, you think it's some sort of
ghost
visible manifestation of Willoughby's presence?
Yeah, potentially. But then
what would he be trying to achieve? Or does it just happen? It just happens occasionally.
Yeah, well, that's it. Unless it's an involuntary ghost reaction to a stressful. Because I mean, the thing is we haven't seen. This is the first time we've seen a ghost kind of inhabiting possessing another creature. So we don't really know how that's going to affect the physical look of that creature, or potentially physical look of that creature.
No, it's very weird. We'll have to keep an eye out for it.
I think it's something we will just have to keep watching.
I mean, there's a few things, actually, we were discussing the other day. Like, we need to keep a list of, the current, unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Some trivial, but, some quite big.
Yeah, there is some major ones.
I mean, the big one overhanging everything at the moment is what's happened to Porky the Third?
Yeah, has he been offed, proper offed, or has he just been kind of,
and if so, when
taken away
by
imprisoned? Yeah, at what point did it happen? Because it obviously happened off screen.
So if you're watching along with us, and you can, sort of pinpoint the switch.
Yeah, if you've got any theories on it as well, we're open to.
Yeah, or maybe you don't agree that the switch has happened. We're pretty sure Porky the Fourth appeared in that one where they ended up in prison at the end.
Yes.
So at some point, but then that could have been during the operation to switch him.
It could have been. It's a really really difficult thing. 'Cause, I mean, obviously we don't, without having seen him actually being assassinated or imprisoned.
Yeah.
We don't know.
And it might not have
for
happened
sure
yet.
that it happened.
It might not have happened yet.
The reason it seems that it happened is because the Porky we were seeing in that episode was more like Porky the Fourth than it was Porky the Third. And we know the agency were trying to bring down
Porky the Third.
Porky the Third. So,
and that Daffy was involved, and the fact that he was friends with Daffy.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you've got any thoughts on that, get in touch.
Yeah, chime in.
Interestingly, in between An Itch in Time and the one we're about to watch, there was one with no recognisable characters in it to us, but it was the final black and white one. So they're all colour from here on in. We're not watching re-colours necessarily.
No, we're not.
All colour. So, I don't know, better portal technology?
Well, potentially that'll, maybe their world finally start getting more and more colour.
Maybe. Do you think it was like Pleasantville?
Potentially. I don't know. It's a difficult one because I'm sure we have kind of talked about this before as to whether or not they were just black and white.
Yeah, I think it's
and then the influx of our kind of influence brought them into being more and more colour. So I don't know. It is a difficult one.
Well, that's another one on the list then.
Yeah.
A list of unanswered questions that we need to keep an eye out for.
A list of unanswered questions.
But we're moving into 1944 now.
Oh, God, we are zipping through the years.
We are zipping
through them.
We started in 1937.
We did.
It's only taken us, 8 months.
Yeah. To get to 1944. Woo, we need to slow it down.
We need to put the brakes on. But watching the first one from 1944, it's called Little Red Riding Rabbit. It's a Bugs number from January 1st, 1944.
Oh, it's the first cartoon in which Mel Blanc gets on-screen credit. It's good to know.
I wonder, did he move up in the agency?
Yeah, he possibly got a promotion for his for his good work.
Let's see.
Yeah. So even bugs can get pissed off with people.
Yeah.
Well, it's understandable.
We've seen it before.
Yeah, that is true, but we've never seen him, like, put them into precarious situations like that.
Yeah,
just for annoying them.
Yeah, like his overall intention in this one, like, because recently he's definitely been somewhere, like, places with a purpose.
Yes.
This time we just see, like, he's just having a bit of time off. He's just fucking around.
Yeah, he's just having a goof about. Like, you know, I think this is like him kind of exploring his new powers, because he did seem quite young here.
Yeah,
I'm thinking he's
like a young Bugs.
Like when he was going in from like one door and appearing out of a different door. Like we've seen Toons do that before, but I always assumed that was a like an aspect of the building they were in.
Yeah,
whereas I think this was Bugs doing, because the wolf never did it.
Yeah, he couldn't do it.
It was Bugs who was, but I mean the wolf didn't go through any of the doors.
Yeah, but some of those doors may have just led to outside, and he just goes through the soil.
Yes, like I'm thinking it was Bugs just exploring his powers. Like a large part of that was just him dicking about.
I was thinking about the time and relative dimension in soil.
Yeah.
So, does he need continuous soil? Because if he can move through space and time, like, does he just have to get into enough soil? Like, with a dusting of soil, can he just go through that like it's a door?
I don't know. It's because I mean, like we know like the company Acme is coming about, and we know that they are basing a lot of their products on Toon powers. So, like, if you know the Acme hole, the classic Acme hole, I'm thinking that's based closely off
whatever
Bugs has got for the ability to kind of just drop straight in, and that
so
is
by
always
that notion, you could probably just dust
thin.
some soil, and
that's enough for Bugs,
as long as you've got enough soil to cover like an area that's the size of you.
Yes,
to go through it.
Yeah, because like that's pretty much the way the hole works.
Yeah,
but the hole goes into nothingness.
Yeah. So they found a way to harness the power in a substance.
Yes.
For that. Yeah. It's just something that I was thinking about while he was teleporting around those doors. I was like, oh.
Red Riding Hood is brilliant, though.
What? Because last time we had a Red Riding Hood character, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
And this one, like,
she was terrifying in a hilarious way. Though.
Yeah. This one's insane and terrifying.
Yeah. Like she was mental, but had, again, no ability whatsoever to tell that thing there was not her grandma. It was the wolf.
Yeah.
Like, she was identifying features which were incorrect with grandma's standard features.
You had a bit of a chuckle.
I did. It's like, what a big nose for you to have. Like, okay. Like,
it was just pause. It was like, that's a hell of a big nose for you to have.
She was brilliant, though. Like, annoying.
Yeah.
But brilliant. Like, I can see why.
So in the end, basically, like, so it's your normal sort of Red Riding Hood bit, but the wolf's just trying to get Red Riding Hood out because he wants to eat the rabbit.
Yeah, he wants to eat Bugs.
But in the end, they find Red Riding Hood so irritating.
Yeah.
Then they go, do you know what? I'm going
to be Bugs.
Balance her precariously over these hot coals with literal tons of weight.
Yes.
On top of it. Like, Bugs is infinitely strong.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them are.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
infinitely strong.
Like, originally the wolf was holding all of that weight and holding it in the splits.
And Red Riding Hood, so, like, they're doing splits between, like, a table and a bench.
Yeah.
And
so their balance is on as well.
So, like, these are professional athletes.
Yeah. But there again, I mean, like...
But is that coincidence in this episode? Or
well,
everyone, like, just... Is it like... If there's a fight in the Toon event, is it like superhero?
How much does stuff weigh, though? That's the thing.
It was labelled.
Yeah, I know, but I could give you anything with a label written on it, and it doesn't mean it weighs that much.
It's true.
Like, I mean, like, what you got to remember is, like...
Bugs specialise in psychological warfare, normally.
Yeah, and they live... Do they live in a 2D world? I don't know.
It's hard. So hard to tell.
Because it's like, if they live in a 2D world, then, like, if something should weigh a ton,
I think it's
made 2D, and it's not. But I think they live in a 3D world, but it appears 2D to us. Just the same way, like, if you're watching any film,
Yeah, it's
it
just,
appears
just because that's how we can watch it.
Yeah. But is it made... What are they made of? Are they made of paint? Are they made of...
No, they're just made of the same sort of stuff as we are. They're just...
Does it have the same weight? So like that's my point. Like, are they infinitely strong, or is shit just really light?
Our cartoon's made of paint. Because even if paint in a volume, it does weigh quite.
You're right. It does. But it's like
a pot of paint is not super light because it's just paint. It's like they still have weight. It doesn't matter what they're made of. Well, obviously it matters what they're made, but like not to the extent that I think.
No, I'm just thinking that that thing is £950. Is it £950 though? Because like
are their measurements the same?
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like it's like this is actually a very important point. Like, are they just horrendously strong? Or is it that, the things just don't weigh as much? Yeah, I don't know. We know gravity doesn't work properly in their world.
Yeah, but we've got the gravity triangle. We know what that's about.
So,
Oh, wait, so what was the gravity triangle? It was...
Well, it wasn't the gravity triangle. It was like the falling triangle or something. Because
the falling triangle.
Yeah, because gravity was one of them. It was gravity, so you knowledge.
Had to be... Yeah, you had to be aware.
Yeah.
There was gravity, and then... fuel.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
You need to actually propel you could fall if you're actually propelling yourself downwards.
Yes.
But, so, do those... all of those objects there in the Tooniverse, they're not aware, and they don't have fuel.
No.
So they're not falling.
They're not.
So, effectively, they do weigh nothing.
I mean, the thing is, we've seen things fall, though. We've seen inanimate things fall.
Yeah, so I think fuel is probably the wrong expression. I think so. Just something needs to be driving it.
Yeah,
but then it's into sentient objects territory again.
Yeah, because we know, here on Earth, mass is like your mass doesn't change. You go into space, your mass doesn't change. Your weight changes, but your mass stays the same. So in their world, they've got some form of gravity. It doesn't work the same way. But what is the mass of the objects? Does that change? For us, it's a constant. But for them, is it a constant? And does that affect their gravity? Does it affect, I don't know. It just seems odd that they're all infinitely strong.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that bugs would be.
I like that in your mind. It seems odd that they're all infinitely strong, but it doesn't seem odd that they're just all made of paint.
Well, no, it wasn't quite made of paint in that way. But it's we haven't discussed what they're made of.
No, add it to the list. We're not doing nearly as well as we thought.
We're not.
There's a lot of real basic stuff. What are tunes made of?
Is it paint?
Tell us. Is it paint?
Because I'm fairly certain Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that probably gets brought up. Can a tune break a bone?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Do they have bones?
Do they have? Yeah, they have bones. But they're also made of paint. Jesus Christ!
Oh God. Oh. Anyway, so things to take away from that. Red Riding Hood, always freaky as fuck.
Yeah, doesn't matter who's portraying that role.
Always terrifying. This one was hilariously terrifying though. Bugs, we're seeing a lot of kind of younger Bugs. The last couple of episodes, I think, have been kind of Bugs with his powers, but he's learning about them now. And yeah, the wolf. There was a lot of wolves dressed as grandma.
Yeah, originally. He went in there to get in the bed, and there's already three.
There's three big ones and a little one under the pillow.
Oh yeah.
So they all had the right idea.
It's a job. It's just something you do.
The reason Grandma wasn't there is because she was off doing a shift in Lockheed.
She's doing a swing shift at Lockheed.
Yeah, she's developing bombers. She's developing planes and shit. That's brilliant. Grandma is a badass.
Yeah, every time because I'm wondering, because we didn't see the grandma in this episode. Like,
no,
is it grandma as in like Sylvester and Tweety
grandma? Yeah,
like classic grandma.
Or is it the same grandma from the last Red Riding Hood? Because she was awesome in that as well.
Yeah, like there's some sort of like league of like
awesome grandmas,
awesome old women.
Yeah, just kicking about,
getting shit done.
But anyway, I reckon we should move on.
Yeah, it's another Bugs number.
Yeah, it is another Bugs number because I think we're now just chatting large amounts of shit.
That's what we always do.
Yeah, but we always stop and then watch another cartoon and then talk shit about that. So I think we've hit that point.
Okay. Okay. The next one up is from January 8th, 1944. It's a Bugs Bunny number called What's Cookin', Doc?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
Should we? Yeah.
So Bugs is at the Oscars.
And he's done a porno.
he's done a porno. Not for the Oscars.
No. But the thing is, like, so this opens in Hollywood. Like, Hollywood, our side of the portal.
Yeah, it was a good few minutes of us going, this isn't a cartoon.
Yeah, this is just an old documentary about the Oscars.
Yeah.
But then, Bugs is there. He's sat at the table, so he's obviously been invited. His work has been recognised.
Yeah, so
Or he's just broke in.
Like, well, to an extent, because we know that Roger Rabbit's coming up in 47.
Yeah.
Like, and we know, at that point at least, Toons, like, work in Hollywood.
Yes.
So I think it's just about this time, like, they start making that move, right? They start going, okay,
yeah, I guess so.
Let's start letting the Toons
be involved, come across.
But, like, I think that episode, because it was a large chunk of it was just a clip from an old.
So basically, Bugs didn't win the Best Actor award.
Yeah, James Cagney got that,
even though he was entirely confident it was in the bag, and he didn't win. He gets all irate about it, and he's like, right, okay, I'll let you guys decide. Here's a load of reels of my best scenes.
Yeah,
and that was where the first thing that flicked up was stag reel demo.
Yeah, and
he was like, whoa, turn it off. And that was obviously the porno film that he's made that just happened to end up in with that load of reels. And then we just got like a few clips of his old work.
Yeah,
and they had to make the decision as to whether or not he deserved the Oscar.
And they said, shall we give it to him? They pelted him with fruit.
Yeah. And then eventually gave him a booby prize.
Which was a tiny, Bugs Oscar.
Yeah.
Which came to life and gave him a kiss. He got bugged by a tiny gold version of himself.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's pretty good.
But, outside of the fact that he's at the Oscars, there's not much to draw from it, simply because...
No, not really. It
was mainly old stuff.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we've seen a Toon in our side of the portal where it hasn't been kept super secret. Because the last time we saw it was with Porky and Daffy,
yeah,
and they came out, but that was kept quite on the down low.
They still made out that they were drawn, and they still pretended it was doing some clever animating, but we know.
No, we know. And now, obviously, with Bugs at the Oscars, this is the first time it's look, they're just about. Whether or not they're allowed outside of Hollywood, I don't know. Because,
yeah, I think
weird things happen in Hollywood.
They're sort of like an emissary. It's just let's see how this works. It's dipping a toe in the water.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I take. But other than that, there's not a lot else to really talk about, I don't think.
Shall we take a look at the Porky Piggy Bank then before we move on?
I think we should. I can use my hatchet. We'll have a good look inside.
But then what will we put all our riches in?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I just don't think we need to involve the hatchet.
Should I hold off?
Hold off on the hatchet work.
Yeah, the hatchet job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go and look at the
Let's go have a little look then.
It's not great again, Porky Piggy Bank.
It's so empty. Oh well. But I mean, the good thing is, it does mean that we can just keep making this for free.
That's true.
As soon as there's stuff in it, we're not making it for free anymore.
That's true.
Basically, we make this for free. We're always going to be making it for free. That's never going to change.
Well, not always. I mean, when we've finished...
Yeah.
We will stop.
Yeah.
That's our promise to you.
Up until we stop, we will continue making this for free. But the thing is it isn't... Even though our time is free and us doing it is free, there's certain things which aren't free, such as like the upkeep of the network and stuff like that. And Rob over
just
at Kaiju...
Just bought ourselves a nicer recording setup.
We have.
For you.
Yeah, and we're passing those savings directly to you.
These savings were not great.
No. But yeah, like Rob manages the upkeep of like Kaiju FM, and that obviously costs him a certain amount of money. So, we've set up a Patreon page, or at least Rob set up a Patreon page. So you can go to Kaiju FM, hit support us, takes you to the Patreon page, and for as little as $1 a month, it's like 25 pence an episode if you just listen to us. Yeah. And you don't have to.
You can listen to all kinds of other stuff there.
Loads of things
Lore
on there.
Masters and the Prestige.
Yeah. There's a lot. But, that $1 a month goes a long way to help the upkeep of the network and just make sure that, it's not all coming out of Rob's bank account.
Yeah.
So, but
otherwise, you can help us out by just leaving a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. Give us ratings. Just tell people about it. Because our visibility, that's a good gift as well.
It is. Like the more people who know about it, the more people you can talk to about it, and the more people that we can annoy on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's what
share the load.
Yeah, exactly.
Share the load.
An annoying podcast shade is an annoying podcast shade.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's the whole bit. That's the classic idiom.
It is.
Shall we watch some cartoons?
I think we should, like classic idiots.
Okay, we've got Tom Turk.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. He doesn't have a link on his name in our list.
He doesn't, and he also doesn't have a first appearance of Tom Turk.
So I guess this is just it.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's
I'm wondering
only
if Tom
appearance.
Turk is someone we're just meant to know who it is. But then he would have a link, so...
I think he would have a link, but I think what it is like when we don't see like first appearance of, I think it means only appearance of.
Yeah.
Like he's a named character, but it's only appearance of Tom Turk.
So he's in there. It's called Tom Turk and Daffy.
Yeah.
But it's also got Porky Pig in it, apparently.
And it doesn't say Porky Pig cameo either, so we're not just going to get some of that weird bullshit.
So, join us in watching from February the 12th, 1944, Tom Turk and Daffy. What are you making of that?
Well... Tom Turk's a turkey,
Yeah.
and he's friends with Daffy, which is
A mistake.
Yeah.
It's always a mistake.
And Daffy thinks he's a seagull. He is fairly convinced.
No, he thinks Tom's a seagull.
Yes, yeah, no. Daffy thinks he...
Like, they know
is
each
a
other
seagull.
on, first name terms.
Yeah.
But when he... Tom Turk's being chased by, Porky the Pig, who's in pilgrim outfit and has a blunderbuss for some reason.
It's
Like, it didn't seem relevant to the...
It didn't. I'm thinking...
Apart from Thanksgiving, but, it's February.
Yeah, I think...
Maybe that's when they have Thanksgiving in.
Yeah, possibly.
Two
I'm thinking he's just part of, some sort of Renaissance fair or something. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, but it's sort of a period piece.
Yeah.
But
that was the only thing that made me think it was a period piece.
Yeah.
Was to how Porky was dressed. I'm thinking Porky just gets dressed up every so often.
So he was chasing the turkey. The turkey wanted Daffy to hide him.
Yeah.
Daffy says, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And proceeds to slap him, then crush his head with a rock, and then stuff him into like a hole in the ground with a stick. With a stick.
Just pokes him right in there.
Like, I was pretty sure Daffy killed that turkey several times.
I think
he crept him through a tiny hole in like a spindly little tree.
Yeah, which he was trying to cram him in.
Yeah.
And then eventually end up hiding him in the pants of a snowman.
Yeah.
For quite a long time as well, I might add.
I was wondering about the snowman because he had like the flap on the back, like old timey, like pajamas.
Like long johns, yeah.
But he also had a hat. Now, are they clothes? Is he sentient?
No, like snowman.
Yeah,
he didn't move.
Yeah, but my problem here is that if you're given 2 items of clothing, but people dress snowman in our world. I'm just thinking, like, snowmen. Yeah, but we don't have a government issue of trousers to those who. The thing is, if Daffy had put actual trousers on the snowman, would that have been against
the snowman hadn't applied.
Yeah, but my point is, like, are you allowed to put trousers on something that isn't sentient?
I mean,
the snowman didn't have trousers; they were like snow trousers. It's just features. But it just got me thinking, like,
he did have a hat.
He did have a hat.
What if we put a scarf on him?
Like, is that against the law?
Is a scarf an item of clothing?
Yeah. Is it in a... I don't know.
No, it's an accessory. Well, is a hat an item of clothing? We assume it is.
But I think to qualify as an item of clothing, you've got to think, if you were only wearing that, would someone say you were naked? Would they say you were naked but for a scarf?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think you'd say he was naked apart from a scarf, which to me makes it an item of clothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't go, he's naked.
Yeah. Whereas, like, if you were naked carrying a handbag...
Or you have a monocle.
It's like, that's not an item of clothing.
No.
You are naked.
Yeah.
Like, if you've got a monocle on, I'd say you were naked.
I would say you were naked if you were naked and you just had a monocle on. Because it's not covering anything, you can see through... Like, if you're wearing glasses...
Yeah, because otherwise, like, if I'm not naked when I've got my glasses on...
Yeah.
Like, that's weird. No, that's too much.
If you were playing strip poker, could you count it as one of the items of clothing? That's the rule. That's the rule. This has nothing to do with the cartoon. We just went off on a fucking bender. For no particular reason. Get back on track.
I just wanted to know if he puts trousers on the snowman, would that be like considered like fraud?
Yeah, potentially. Well, I think if you try to then get it ID and try to,
it's trying to get a job after that or anything like that.
That's but it's seasonal work only, obviously.
Anyway, Porky's hunting the turkey.
Yeah.
He hides him in the snowman. Daffy says he's not going to tell.
Yeah, he's not going to be a stool pigeon.
Porky goes, I guess no turkey dinner for me tonight.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much enough for Daffy to immediately start considering murdering and eating his friend Tom Turk.
Yeah.
But there again, it's like, oh, where's Cal? Oh, I'm not telling you. I guess there's no Cal dinner for me tonight. Okay, hand me that hat.
Yeah, but the thing is, at first he didn't know that Tom was a turkey.
Yeah,
he thought he was a seagull, and it's only when Porky kind of points out to him that it's a turkey, not directly points out to him, but throughout the episode, that he then goes, turkey dinner. Because I think he realises he likes to eat turkey. He probably doesn't like to eat seagull. So while Tom was a seagull in his mind, not dinner.
Yeah.
But as soon as it was a turkey, he's like, well, fuck it, I'll eat him.
I'll eat him. And no mistake.
It's like being friends with a roast potato and not knowing.
Because you think it's a man.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, this is my good human friend. Wrong. It's like, but that's a roast potato. I fucking love roast potatoes. Nom nom nom.
Yeah, but even in that case, like, because if you become convinced that this potato...
You're right there, mate. I think I've broke Chris.
If you were...
Come on, use your words, because otherwise they're just going to have to listen to me for the next 10 minutes while you break yourself. Do you need a break? I don't know. Sorry about this. We will get back around to the cartoons eventually. Chris needs to repair himself.
If you were convinced...
He can't do it. Right, Chris, let's take a pause while you go compose yourself. I just can't get a sentence. Oh. Well.
If you were convinced that a potato was a human... was a human...
Oh, God. I think you're genuinely broken there.
I can't say it.
If you were
convinced... Was a human man.
Yeah, that a potato was a human man. Yeah. Oh, God.
Can't believe there's a sentence I have to say.
If you were convinced of that.
If you were convinced of that.
Do you think that's the worst sentence you've ever had to say?
And someone said, no, he's a potato. Would you immediately believe them? Because you believe me all that it's a human man. Like, I believe you're a human man. If someone just said, no, that's a roast potato, I wouldn't immediately kill and eat you.
No, I mean, that is true.
It's like...
That is true.
Like...
But, I mean, if I looked like a roast potato, then... You know, maybe it just needs pointing out. Maybe it's like the gravity bit. Maybe until you realise.
So in this like hypothetical situation, you think Ron is a human man who looks exactly like a
yes.
Like you describe him like that.
You know, Ron. No, he's the short sort of like slightly roundish thing with brown edges.
He looks like a roast potato. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ron.
Yeah, like the roast potato. No. He's my good friend, Ron. Ron the human.
I don't think I can talk about this cartoon anymore. I don't think I've got anything else.
Should we move on?
I'm sorry, you don't know what happened in the cartoon. Porky hunted a turkey, then he hunted Daffy for a bit, then the turkey beat Daffy up trying to hide him. And then it ended.
And that was it. There was not a lot to talk about.
I've got to move on, because otherwise I'm just going to keep thinking about Ron. Can you introduce the next cartoon?
I can. So, I think this is going to be our final cartoon for today. We're going to watch Bugs Bunny and the Three Bears? No. Yes. That's it. Bugs Bunny and the Three Bears. Starring Bugs Bunny and Three Bears.
Three Bears.
It's February 26, 1944.
Right, let's give it a go.
Let's watch that.
So, I don't think he knows about his powers at this point.
No, he didn't. Well, he definitely wasn't.
He ran quite a long way to his hole.
Yeah.
And, like, he could have just been there.
Yeah, he could have just very quickly got there. But it seems like they were going for the classic Goldilocks and Three Bears sort of bit.
Yeah. But it was a gang, we think.
Yeah,
like a gang of bears who think, let's try that
ploy to try and get
like
us
it's
some
a classic caper.
Yes, yeah, like a classic heist. Because there's wanted poster in the background of the shack, and the shack is very run down as well. So I reckon it's, a shack they have found, or they've tried to tart it up.
Yeah, it's like they're laying
like
low.
The Three Bears house. Yeah, it's some sort of like safety house.
Because it was in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yes.
It's a house and then just hills as far as the eyes can see.
Yeah, and Bugs Bunny's hole.
Yeah, but that could be anywhere.
Yeah, well, it can be. And is everywhere.
Ooh. Where there's soil.
Obviously. So yeah, like they they go through the thing of, rather than porridge, they make carrot soup, but that they call porridge.
Yeah.
And they go, we're going to go out for a walk while this cools down. I'm going to say it very loudly. Don't know why, because it wasn't the sound that brought
it was the smell of delicious carrot soup.
Yeah, it seemed to literally tempt them. Well, grab them and bring them along. And then they kind of run around the house.
It's the first time we've seen the floating along a smell thing.
Yes, I think it is.
Do you want to talk about that? Do you have any ideas what that's about?
Well, I'm thinking it's something like the rabbit tracks. It's a mode of transport, but it's an involuntary mode of transport.
It's like their equivalent of like having a dinner bell.
Yeah,
it's like we need everyone to come to dinner.
Yeah,
so it's all right. The smell will go and get them in a bit.
Yeah, because like we've seen new modes of transport. Like in the last episode, something we didn't get to talk about was the fact that there was a snowball mode of transport. Like,
I was wondering if
Daffy
has a water-based power.
His ability to control water into
sort of like
ice.
Elemental.
Yeah, so he's a water bender.
Yeah, and like Bugs is an earth bender.
Yeah,
like that sort of thing.
But I think Bugs is close to bloody Avatar. His powers.
Well, yeah, but but in terms of the transport ones, like I'm wondering if
he uses earth elemental rather than
we'll see some other elements come in.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah, it would be. So we've got a water based transport system that Daffy seems to use.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's what he's doing when he just did that sort of weird flipping thing across the lake as well.
Yeah,
it's like that's how he does it.
Yeah,
it's not quite as good as Bugs's, but it's like,
and that would explain like his flight power as well, because it seems to be up when there's plenty of clouds up in the air. So I think he's using the moisture in the air to just travel like a dickhead.
Yeah,
like
I think if it was, we need to see if he can do it in like a desert.
Yeah, that's it. Like an arid environment, somewhere there's very little moisture in the air.
We'll keep an eye out for whether Daffy ever does his like weird bicycle flying or whatever, or his reclined flying.
Yes, or his canoe flying.
His canoe flying in a desert environment.
Yeah, interesting. So I think there's not really a lot to talk about, I don't think, with that. It was just Goldilocks and Three Bears, but Bugs Bunny and the Three Bears.
Yeah, it was. That didn't give us much.
No, but it is the first appearance of the Three Bears, which means we're going to get them again.
So maybe it's just there to set up something that will give us more information later.
Like a later heist. Yeah, that's what I think. But
well, I guess about time to leave it there then.
Yeah, I think it is.
I'll try not to have a breakdown next week.
I'll try not to mention any roast potato-based people.
I just couldn't get that sentence out.
No,
I just couldn't do it.
That's fair enough. It was an absurd thing to try
to say.
Yeah. But I don't think it's the last time it's going to happen either.
No, nor do I.
So there we go.
Right. So we'll see you all next week. We're starting off with some Daffy and Porky.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
It's apparently a remake,
a colour remake of Porky's Bad Time Story. Interesting.
So yeah, we'll see what that's about.
Well, I think what I'd like to do is go back. Like, obviously not on the show, but I think I'll go back and actually watch Porky's Bad Time Story.
So we know.
Just beforehand, just so we can actually see whether or not it is exactly the same or not.
Well, you've got that to look forward to the next week. But until then,
Bye!